Okay. Sorry, it was muted. Okay, so we've talked about the vendors. Now we need to talk about marketing, outreach strategy, the passport system, and then also the day of the event. What is it going to look like? I do have some stuff to pass out. So these are, let me take one. This is the layout that Sophie created. And then you can take one of these too. This is what was it Alfred or David? One of them created that. I forgot who it was. It was the passport system. Oh, it's Alfred. So before we get to either of those, though, let's talk about marketing. I know Melanie created a Google, I'm going to pass this around. I only have one, a sign up sheet, which I think is it's great because it'll tell us how many people we could reasonably expect, but also it serves as a reminder to them about the event. So there is a flyer that has a QR code, and if they scan it, it'll go to that Google Forms page, and then they can sign up. So, but the bigger question is what is the plan to market?
I made that flyer.
Yes.
Don't know if you've seen it. But it has like the QR code on it for this form and then just some info about it. So with that, we can start posting it on social media since we are going to go ahead with it. And then I can print out like physical versions, like we can print out physical versions to put up at school.
Okay.
I think we gotta get creative.
I think we mentioned utilizing the Instagram a lot with like the countdowns.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yes.
And we also mentioned interviewing like some vendors that are coming.
Okay. Yes.
And I think we were also talking about like in terms of schools personally. I know like Melanie mentioned like your teacher gave extra credit.
Oh, well, like it's something they've done before for like people going to things, but
yeah. And then I know Gecko, we can like just put it in the ASB update videos, and then we also, I don't know if it was like it was just like a process, but we also talked about having a stand like at school, like where people can come up and like would that still be possible?
Yeah. What do you need from me?
I think we just need like people there, like just have a table.
Okay.
And then we would just have information of the thing, maybe like something to attract them, because I know when Community Solutions is here, they have like bracelets and like fidget toys and like other stuff, and they get a lot of traffic.
Okay. I mean, you know what happens to all that stuff. It just gets thrown.
Yeah.
All right. I got you though.
Okay.
Okay. Why don't we do this? Why don't we just go figure out all of the ways to market, and then let's assign tasks to each commissioner. Okay. Okay, so far I have post on social media, which can be all of you, print flyers. So we can print flyers here. I can give them out to you. Instagram, interview vendors. Okay, or that's the Instagram thing was the countdown, right?
Yes.
Okay. ASB videos, cabling. I think that's what you meant, right? What else? What other ideas? How else are you gonna find out about something?
You want to listen to like partners and talk about it?
Yeah, there you go. Good idea.
Yeah, like 5 minutes.
so everyone, yeah. And if you can make
Schools.
that would
be good.
Like school
Yeah, like that's good. Yeah, if it's like a school, yeah, that would be really good. That's a good idea. Yeah, and especially since like reaching a school, because that's all of our audience.
Yeah, for sure.
So as long as we reach the school, I think we should be good. Yeah. Okay, we'll bring that up today, you know. Good idea. Yeah, and then the posters too around school and.
Yeah, we should be good. Yeah, that'd be good.
And then like maybe around town too. I like thought like yeah, like in Starbucks and stuff like that, like every Starbucks. Yeah.
No, yeah, so it's.
Students.
Yeah, there's some good vendors that don't outreach to it.
Oh,
Yeah. We do it in that restaurant. Probably
Everybody
Yes,
knows
yes,
that.
yeah.
It's
Mhm. Yeah, no, that would be good, yeah. Yeah. Just, I mean, everybody likes watching.
Yeah.
Then I don't think I.
Yeah.
If we go around and if you have any ideas, we can just write them down, so Commissioner Line.
We said you can like contact principals to send out like a school-wide email.
Wait, hold on, let me write this down. Wait, what did you say, Emily?
Oh, I said like we can contact like the schools or the principals to send out like a school-wide email, like with the flyer and everything.
Oh, yeah, that's through Peach Jar. Okay, good. Okay,
Okay, and then we also said we could, like, put up posters and like, you know, how, like Starbucks sometimes have like bulletin boards and stuff like that.
yes.
So we could go to different like hotspots, I guess you could say, yeah.
So what's another hotspot? Starbucks?
Starbucks, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, like,
I don't know what else they would do.
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of Starbucks in Gilroy.
Yeah,
There
there's
are
like so many.
too many.
So, yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
We also mentioned something similar where we could have the vendors themselves help with outreach, like just have tell their friends and family and like if, for example, like the Glory Foundation, I'm sure we can get like people there to go, just like. We were also talking about like using TikTok or Reels and like having the school accounts post them themselves because they also get a lot of outreach.
you guys would make those videos? Okay. What else?
But yeah, like word of mouth is a big thing, like making sure that we're telling all of like our friends about it. I know, I mean, pretty similar, but trying to get it like into school announcements as well, like we have announcements 3 times a week, so. You get it in there just over and over and over, so people keep hearing it. And like, I'm sure you guys might have like an ASB office or do you guys have like an office? We have like an ASB office at Gecko or not at Gecko, Christopher, where it's like people go and they're just running like community service, it's all like the dance contracts and all of that. And we have like a bulletin board for
We have a vote for it. Yeah.
putting it up in like the most visited places in Columbus.
Okay, good.
Kind of so.
Okay, anything else, Bruce?
No, since some middle school, there's not much we can do in middle school, so.
Good point. All right. Oh, this is the flyer. That Melanie was talking about.
For what?
Okay, just,
It's like
we have.
This, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have an Instagram account?
Vince is in charge.
Yeah, well, Gilroy Recreation does, so we can,
Could like buy ads on this.
we could.
Oh, so it's like-
Yeah.
You know, we did so I actually just shared this information. So we did a study on how people find out about our programs, not about events, but about programs. And you know where social media ranked? At the bottom. Yeah, it was like 1%. When they asked, like, because we would ask them, you know, how did you find out about the program? And only 1% of respondents said social media. The 3 biggest ones were word of mouth, the recreation guide, and people just like finding a program. Like they would go to our website and then they would kind of have like an idea of what they were looking for, and then they would navigate the website. So, not to say that it's not effective, but I think it takes a lot of coordination and money to make it effective because there's just so much information out there. But let's keep going. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna read through the list that you have given, and then let's assign like a task to whoever wants to be in charge of that. Or, and if it's multiple people, that's fine. I mean, posting it on social media. Do all of you want to do it? Do a few of you? Yeah, okay. Printing flyers. So I don't know if you have access to a print. We can print flyers here and I can hand them out to you and then you can have them, or you can post them at your schools. Is that something you're interested in doing? Yeah, okay. I'm thinking about, especially Christopher High School, since obviously you have a school that is 5 times the size of DECA. So,
Yeah.
I'm looking at Saeed and Melanie there. Okay, but Gecko too, yeah. Okay, do either of you want to take the lead on it or? Doesn't matter, no? Okay, well, Jamie, why don't I give you the flyers, then you can,
I also have Oakwood, so.
Oakwood,
Yeah.
yes, let's not forget about Oakwood.
Yeah.
All right, okay, so we'll get Gianna some flyers as well. Okay. Now what about this Instagram countdown? That is gonna take a little bit of effort outside of this meeting. Does 2 commissioners want to get together and work on that?
Is like, what exactly is the Instagram campaign?
It's kind of just like a feed post where it's like 30 days until, it's kind of like, I feel like ominous because people, they just get the repetition of seeing it, so they're like intrigued by the posts. It's just like 30
So that would be on like
Instagram.
the like Parks and Rec.
We could put it on ours. I don't know how effective it is. I was thinking, yeah, I mean, we can do that. And then do you want to does it get shared to your accounts? I mean, how do you, I guess, how do you spread the word?
We post it like.
Yeah,
to our
every day.
stories.
Okay. Is everyone here on Instagram?
Maybe we can do like 30 days and then 20 days and 15 and 10,
Yeah,
and
okay.
then we can start doing like a day.
Well, here's the thing, 30 days is already passed. So that's not gonna work. But if you want to start it, I mean, I think a good time to start it would be maybe March 1st, you know, so you would technically, we call it 23 days or just the March countdown, March Madness, I don't know.
March Madness is cool.
Be careful, it might be copyrighted. Um. Okay, all right, so yeah, so we could post it on our account. I'll have to figure that out, because I don't handle the Instagram, but someone else does. But we'll post it on our account and then you guys will just share it
Yeah.
amongst yourselves, okay?
So we can just in charge of making like the candidate posts, and then should we just email them to you and we've made them?
Is that how it would, yeah, I don't know how it's gonna work, so, I will, yeah, I can work with, our office assistant, she handles the Instagram account, I don't know how active it is, but, yeah. So just tell me what you want to do, and then I'll ask her to take care of it. So you'll make the post, I guess, in advance, obviously, okay. You don't have to do one for every day, you can do,
Every 5 or.
well, yeah, maybe like every 2 or 3 hours, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because there's not that many days left,
Yeah.
right? When you get to March 1st, you're talking 23 days, really 22. So maybe make,
Maybe like 20, like 15 and 10, and then we start doing them really close together.
yeah, okay, that's good, yeah.
Because if you ran them close like 17 days, I don't know, you want to feel.
So wait, would you say 20, 15, 10, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Okay. All right, this could be fun. All right,
And I also think that interviewing vendors is really cool.
Yeah.
Like if Togos wants to go, we could interview him because that guy's really, he's,
cool.
yeah. And then, and like Dairy Foundation, like Jeff Monroe, a lot of people know her. Joy Gardens, I don't know if you're gonna do them, but that'd be cool.
Yeah,
Oh, that would be-
connections to the gardens too, so I can help with
Yeah.
that.
Okay,
We could-
okay,
we
good.
could find it, like, maybe like 3 or 4 different vendors, just because it's kind of.
Well, let's look at the list. Okay, so Gilroy Foundations, if you go back to your spreadsheet. There's Gilroy Gardens. Who else would be good?
University.
What's that?
I think it was in Harvard.
Harvard? Okay, yeah, that'd be great.
Good.
We just need some interact, but that would be cool.
Yeah, like, there's an interact club at like most high schools in Morgan Hill and Gilroy, so I can like get each president to like do a little clip or something.
Yeah, it'd be like a minute.
Yeah,
It would be cool if they get posted on their accounts too. but
Yeah,
I never- Could we get it from the police department?
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice.
So.
We could
cool.
try. They're not always the most responsive, but I could try.
Okay.
We could just. Why don't we just ask Randy.
No, no. What about what else?
Boy Scouts would be cool.
Oh, damn. Oh, yeah.
Alfred, okay, see if Alfred wants to. You know the Swan Aquatics, they hire lifeguards. I can arrange for them to meet you and you guys can do an interview with them. Would that be good?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're like lifeguards.
Actually, it would be at Christopher High School. You could do like in front of the pool.
That would be really cool.
Yeah. Maybe they can turn the wireless lights on.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, okay, so for the interviews, I'm gonna put down Melanie, Emily. Anybody else? Jamie? Okay. Um, okay, and then ASB videos. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, is that different from interviewing the vendors or like, what's this video gonna be?
It's kind of like, so GECA has its like own unique way of announcements because we don't really do announcements, so before like every spirit day or like once a month, we have a video that we just show to the whole school and I edit them so I can just easily just slide.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we'll probably have one of those too, because we have Chelsea, and we're not really
Hey,
consistent with it. But because like Sadie's is the day before the fair, like for our school,
yeah,
we'll definitely probably have Chelsea before then, so.
okay, so, okay, so it sounds like we've got Melanie and Jamie to do the video. Okay,
Or it probably, I mean, for our Chelsea, it probably just be the people I've talked about as part of the announcements.
okay, tabling at high school. So what does that look like? Are there like outside organizations that come onto your campus and table?
There's only
Or,
been one community solution, but just because they have a close tie with GECA,
okay,
but I can help with like communicating, we might be able to pull it off.
okay, and then what about at Christopher?
We've had people come onto campus, I think we've had like, well, we've definitely had like voting.
You know, you had a career fair a while ago.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know if we work at District because we have a ton of events coming up and like, I probably have to organize it with Joe, but.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, we've got plenty of other stuff going on. Okay, and then the message to the schools. I wrote down Emily. I think, do you have a connection to that?
I was thinking like, I could like type up an email or something to send out, and
Okay.
like, we can like give it to each schools. Like whoever is at the school, they can email and print something like us, like send it out.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, we're going through the marketing. Do you have any updates on your vendor?
Yeah, So all of them just said no.
Oh, yeah, Sea Cadets? Or no, that's Alfred, sorry.
No.
Aiden.
And on the other side.
I don't see your name anymore.
Listen, it's not on that one, it's on the.
Oh,
So,
all right, Starbucks. Okay, well, whoever has a flyer, they can, who goes to Starbucks a lot?
I can do this.
Right, Gianna. Okay. Okay, so everyone who's been, who has a contact with a vendor, ask them to spread the word. And then making reels on TikTok. Is that gonna be the same thing as the Instagram thing, or is that different?
Well, we can do like the countdown and then maybe throw in some like, just like funny videos that will just get people engaged.
You guys can pull that off?
If it has students in it, that's better. That's the best thing to do. Just put us in.
Okay. All right. And then word of mouth, that's gonna be everyone. School announcements. So you had mentioned,
Yeah. we have to-
yeah. You guys
I
have,
can put that in mind. Yeah, we have school announcements every day.
okay. Okay, so I'll just write all schools. What about this is too long. Yeah, you're probably the only person from Gilroy, huh?
yeah, actually, one of my friends goes to MIDI too, but not with that many people.
Oh, Mitty, I know
Yeah,
I was thinking Bellwood. Probably your rival.
They are.
ASB. Um. ASB.
Like, oh, I was talking.
I don't know, I wrote it
like,
down.
Up in the ASB office.
Oh, okay. ASB on.
Like more bulletin board.
Yeah,
Okay, so you definitely need flyers.
yeah.
You know what? After this meeting, why don't I just print some out and just hand them to you? So just. Okay,
I'm not sure, cause I put on the resume workshop, but, I haven't gotten an answer from the girl who runs tab for us,
what's her name?
Jenna Thorne. I know she said like the Gary Library would definitely wanna be there, like it'll be happening
Yes.
outside, so they'll
They-
table.
They actually advertised it. They're
Really?
advertising it to us. I'm about to tell you. Yeah,
I don't know, I mean, our tab, the last weekend was Valentine's Day, and I emailed her and I was like, I'm not gonna be there, but like, please ask them about, doing the resume workshop, but she never answered me, so. I
Okay.
don't know if we'll get together on time.
you know what? Why don't you do this? Because they can probably find someone if you follow up with them. So maybe, can you swing by there tomorrow or this week? Yeah,
I might be able to.
yeah. I mean, unless you want to email her, but if you do it in person, I think you'll,
Because, I mean, I can ask her about it, but she wouldn't be able to organize resume workshops, it's supposed to be like,
wait,
It's
is
like
she a
the
staff
advisor.
person?
yeah. It's like the teen advisory board who would be the ones running, it, so
Oh,
they would have to organize it.
when's your next tab meeting?
It'd probably be, I think it'd be the 13th of March.
Oh, it's kind of coming close.
I can just take that off the flyer and we can print them out tonight.
Okay, if you can do that.
Cause I mean, also like the resume workshops. One thing about it, at least for seniors now, like our scholarships are due on March 1st, so it'll already be after, and then like. I don't know, maybe that's a separate thing that we'd wanna look into is like once college season comes around again, like helping people out with their applications. But it's.
Well,
I
isn't
think
the
it's
resume
around-
more for getting a job?
Oh, I don't know.
That's what I
think
thought it
could be,
was.
But
Yeah, okay.
I also don't really know how much insight Tab has on that, like I don't know how they run.
Okay, so why don't you, yeah, if you take it off and then just send me, yeah, resend it, that'd be great. Okay. All right, so we've talked about the vendors, we've talked about the marketing. Let's talk about this passport here. Does everyone understand what this is? So how do you want to do this? Do you want a passport system? What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? Does someone wanna?
I think
Talk
having a
about it.
passport system is just like, it has more like traffic, it gives them motivation for people to just visit all this, because I know when we do like club fair at like Gecko, we have passports and it's the same thing, people will just visit as much as they can. And we can also, because I know like Pinnacle Bank is willing to donate prizes and stuff, we can also like have that as an added thing to the end, like if you get it, you have a raffle ticket, so we'd have to do some organizing for that.
Okay, so, and that's the operative word there, organizing. So how would this work? I mean, that's the thing. Like, number one, how is this gonna work? So someone walks to, let's say, the registration or welcome table, and they get handed this piece of paper, right? And then what are they gonna do?
What they would have to do is, they would go visit a stand, they would listen to whatever presentation the stand is giving, they'd write down, and we can maybe like tweak this a little, because I know when we've done passports, there's been more like specific information, so like they'd have to pay attention a little more. And then I think when we did at Geckos, we either had stickers or a stamp, so that's just like a fast, like one thing, rather than a signature, it might take like a little longer.
Okay,
And then if they were to finish like however many they need, we can make it more than this, now that we have like 23, we can make it like a specific amount, and then they would turn it in, they would get a ticket, and then we would raffle that ticket.
okay. Any other thoughts on this or ideas?
Maybe like on one of the descriptions should be like contact information, like maybe like a phone number and emails, like they can use this as like information to like go back to like and reach out to like.
So contact information for the business?
Yes.
Okay. But wouldn't they just hand them like a brochure? Because they're gonna have a ton of material, right?
But
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
What if we just like add like a small space that you can like write information that you wanna like hold on to, or something?
Is that the description thing? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, because,
Like how much they're,
yeah, because like, I think all we really need is like the stamp and like the organization name and like a stamp saying like, yeah, you went there. But then like you can write your own descriptions and stuff like that.
yeah, and I have a feeling most of these organizations, they're gonna have something to hand out.
Yeah,
And so a lot of that information that they're communicating verbally, it'll also be on the written materials.
yeah,
So they write down the organization and then they get some sort of, each vendor gets a stamp.
Yeah.
And is this like a personalized stamp? Is this a stamp that we're gonna provide?
I think we would have to provide it.
Um. And then what else? And then what about a price? So if someone's gonna do this, they're gonna expect something, right?
Yeah. We can ask the vendors to donate, I know we have some at Pinnacle Bank, and would it be possible to buy prizes? We
We could, what did you have in mind? Like a gift card?
we can brainstorm our price people like.
Cause even if it's like not a gift card for a very large amount, if it's like, I don't know, something popular, then they'll be like, oh, cool, I got it. $15 gift card.
And
that's
is
something
$15, is that, okay,
Cause like, we're not really gonna be advertising like the fact that there's a raffle, so we don't have to make it a huge thing, it can just be like an added bonus to the tenant event. It's like they'd already be there to meet the people at the organizations,
okay,
so the raffle is just kind of an extra thing.
okay, so, yeah, we can get some gift cards and maybe do a raffle like every 30 minutes or an hour. I mean, it's only a 3-hour event, so. So you're gonna need tickets, right? Or is this the ticket?
Yeah, I think we would need tickets, yeah. Like,
like actual raffle.
yeah, raffle tickets.
Oh, okay, so they turn this in, but let me ask you something, how are you gonna know whose it is?
Like for,
So say someone fills this out, right? And they have to fill out everything to get a raffle ticket?
yeah,
Okay, so then what do they do with it?
so they would turn it in and they get a raffle ticket, and usually they come with like, okay, so if there's a raffle ticket, there's an identical one they'll be put into the box or whatever.
Okay,
And so when we pull out there, they have the raffle ticket on there with the matching numbers. And the whole thing.
okay. All right, so raffle tickets, they get one raffle ticket if they turn it in.
Yeah,
It has to be complete.
yeah.
Okay, and how many hit group, how many are we thinking that they have to complete? This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Say
I feel like
10?
10.
10?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then are they also getting like a raffle ticket like when they walk in, or is it just like one raffle
No,
ticket?
Just if you fill out the
Just
passport.
in field? Okay.
Okay, so they only get a raffle ticket if they fill out the passport.
Mhm.
Okay. I think. So you got a raffle ticket, complete the passport, stamp. Some gift cards.
The stamp can just be like a sticker sheet or something, right? That we provide them.
Yeah, I'm sure we probably have something.
Yeah.
Let me see what we got. Or if you guys have something.
I know we have like just assorted art supplies, so.
Yes, yes. Okay, so anything else on the passport system?
Yeah, we would have to change the vendor, signature to like vendor stamp or something.
Should we keep it this big or should we like reduce this?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If it's possible to make it,
We'll have to get
oh,
10,
yeah.
right? So vendor stamp, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, and then this will be 10.
And then, like, how big of a sheet would we want? Would we want it on just like a whole sheet of paper, or just like?
We can fashion that.
We could do whatever you guys want. I don't think you need description though, right? You just want the organization name. Or do you want a description?
Engaging, or like they can actually have to like get information from the,
Like what?
trying to think, like.
Well, hold on. Is anyone else? All right, so we're talking about the passport. I want to hear from everyone. So passport, what else? We're talking about some sort of, it's gonna have the name of the organization, it's gonna have the vendor stamp. And then it should have something else, something to engage them. What are your thoughts? Say it to you. What would engage you?
Just like a notes section to write your thoughts.
What are you gonna say?
I was thinking like the notes section, you know, add like, you know, like 3 bullet points or something, so like you can
Yeah.
make sure to write like 3 things or something like that.
Okay. So if they don't do that, then they don't get a ticket.
Yeah.
The notes. The notes.
Who's gonna be the sheriff here?
I thought the notes were optional, like.
Maybe make it less, so it feels less like an assignment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna, say that a good idea.
Get a selfie.
A selfie? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be good, or like, it could be like you have to visit like.
But wait,
many
how are we going
Yeah,
to,
how are you gonna?
how are we gonna see it?
Tend to like show something.
So they're gonna show us
Say, like,
10 selfies?
Yeah.
What if their phone's playing?
Say like.
I like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wait, I can't hear
Yes,
you.
some
What?
people might not, I don't know, like if they go up to somebody that goes selfie and they're like, why are you taking a picture? We could just say like, go to, like, take selfies with 3 of the organizations or something, and that way they can just be like, and show us.
We could tell the organizations beforehand too, if
Yeah.
we're gonna take so.
Yeah,
You
they'll
follow.
probably be fine with
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah. Well, what do you guys think? I mean, I think it's a good idea. Do you want to do all 10? You want to do 3? You want to do half?
Like the ones that stand out, I guess.
Oh, yeah, your favorite.
Your
Yeah,
favorite,
maybe, like,
your favorite
selfie
stand.
with-
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna need some help here. All right, so selfie with your top 3?
Yeah.
Top 3 vendors. Okay. So Alfred was the one who put this together. I'm just wondering what would he have to change? So we would have to make it so that there'd be 10 boxes, take away the description then altogether. So no description, they just need to write the organization, You need to get a stamp and they need to take 3 selfies. Yeah? Okay. And then that all equals 1 ticket. A lot. Okay. But that's good. That's good. All right. What else? Okay, so let's start to visualize this event. All right. Just picture yourself. You're walking up to an event like this. What do you expect to see? Pass out the map, right? That might help you.
It's like a very clear entrance and then like. Walking me through where the welcome table is, so we can probably hand out like a brochure and like check the in.
I'm envisioning a lot of decorations for some reason, like
Yeah.
balloon arcs.
Okay, if you want to do that, that means you have to come in advance to make it. Does anyone want to do that?
We can just kind of have a few things just to put in.
How long do you think it would take? Because you have to blow up the balloons and then,
We've done it for dances with like a lot of people working on it. It takes like an
Would this
hour.
be something
Yeah.
that we could get volunteers for?
well, I'm looking at you guys. You guys are the volunteers. All right, this is your event. You're not farming it out. So that's why I'm looking at you, okay? Because here's the thing, is that I want the commission to put this on. It's not gonna be Vince and I. If it's Vince and I, this event is gonna fall flat, okay? It's gotta be you. This is your event. You know who's gonna be coming. You know what you would want to expect. So, what does that look like? What does it mean? All right, so,
Maybe be able to come out like with a jog or something.
wait, what's that?
Maybe be able to like come out of the event like with the jog or something you can have in the future.
Yeah, no, I agree. I guess that what I meant was when you arrive to an event, like, what do you expect? What do you expect to happen? You
Oh.
know? You talked about a balloon arch. Okay, but maybe that's not realistic, or maybe it is, but you have to plan ahead for that. Like, you literally probably have to come in the day before to do it, honestly. You probably shouldn't wait till the morning of, because you know what you're gonna be doing the morning of? You're gonna be moving tables and chairs, you know, and you're gonna be setting up the music. I mean, you're gonna be doing all sorts of things. So
What's our budget?
your budget is not that much. I think there's like $1,100 left in your account,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you want to spend it all on this. So, and we're gonna help you out with the raffle tickets, right? And I don't know if we're gonna need anything else. Maybe we'll need to buy water,
Mm.
you know,
We would be providing the tables, right?
we have the tables, we have the chairs.
Table food, tablecloth. And
We would have to buy that. Yeah, because I wouldn't want to
in
use,
terms of like decorations, that would be.
Yeah, I think I
some of them will have their own table covers.
yeah.
And maybe we need to tell them what to bring,
Okay.
you know?
I think I emailed Vince like ballpark 800.
Left?
No, to like the maximum we can spend.
Maybe.
Oh,
so it's like we have-
Well, let's see, what is it that we need?
Yeah,
Let's first figure this out.
500 reasonable.
Okay, it's 6:47, all right, let's see if we can figure this all out. Okay, so vendors, so that's another thing. What does the vendor need to bring?
A draft, like, I finished this last time, I think we really should draft like a full email, including all the stuff we've talked about.
Okay,
So vendors like know about all this and then, like, what they need to bring, I mean, I guess mainly like. We're gonna provide the chair and the table and well, we could just say like, we'll provide chairs and the table and please bring any like supplies you would like.
yeah, and that's pretty typical. That's what they would expect. Most of them probably have their own table covers, so you really don't need to probably provide them with one. Unless it's a really small organization, but Just think about it, most of these organizations.
We can leave it like open to contact, like if they want us to provide anything in particular, they
Yeah.
can let us know.
Please like respond if there's any live requests you have or you can find anything like that.
Okay. All right, but you know what, before we get to that, let's just talk about okay, so you walk in. Maybe there's a balloon arch, maybe there's not. What else what else are they gonna see? I mean, what are you guys gonna be doing?
Helping check people. I guess like at the beginning, it's just like welcoming people, giving them, I mean, I hope we'll have like some sort of brochure map. Because we
Oh,
will have to
okay,
place
that's,
all the vendors
yeah.
at a certain spot.
yes,
So if we can make,
okay, so we need a map.
so maybe like at the next meeting when like we've already sent out a full like informational email to everybody, like, you know, maybe, I don't know if anybody will pull out, but we can make that map with all these vendors and then put it into like a brochure format.
Okay, yeah, and basically it would kind of look like this, but a little bit, obviously it will have the name of the company or the organization. Okay, so what else? Keep talking. Hi. Oh, I think you're in the meeting room. Yeah.
Just like when you walk in, you wanna see a lot of like, you just wanna be like taking everything in, so like music playing and. I'm trying to, we have like, we mentioned before, like way in the beginning that MCs is a possibility, but is that still?
Yeah, who wants to be it?
If we narrow it down.
Yeah, and the MC is not talking the whole time. It's just maybe making announcements. Raffle winner, right? What's that?
We should have.
We should have two.
Okay.
Oh, you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, what else? Okay, so music we have, okay, and then I think it's Bluetooth, so you can probably connect one of your phones with it.
Okay. Who's making the, or are we all making things? I can sound like a,
Well, hold on. There are other commissioners here. All right, who wants to make a playlist that has clean music? Yeah, okay.
I've had to make like, well, like my friend and I, we've had to make some for like sports that we play at our practices, so they already have to be clean.
Okay, perfect. All right, okay, so they've got a map, there's music. What else? Is there anything else?
Like, I feel like if I walked into an event and like no one was talking and it was just like I was the only one there. I think there should be like people making conversation, like with the vendors already.
Okay, so how do we?
That could be us.
That could be us, just like trying to like get people to feel welcome and like not alone.
Okay, well, maybe it's really you engaging your peers to kind of, is that,
Maybe we could just guide them with the brochures, like hand it to them and then explain stuff to them. While,
Yeah.
you know, so if
Yeah.
they have any questions.
Yeah.
listen.
yeah, I mean, you're gonna have students who want to be there because they need a job or they need volunteer hours. Then you're gonna have students who don't want to be there, but their parents are making them there. And those are the ones that you probably want to engage, right? Okay, so we've got music, we've got MCs, we've got a map of the vendors for the participants. What else? Is there anything else? What's that? Snacks. All right, so what does that look like?
I mean, I don't know, wasn't, you were trying to get Costco to like donate, but they were not really something.
Yeah, and they get hit up a lot, I'm sure.
Could we sell snacks?
We could if we want to get like a health permit. Yeah.
I don't know.
If you want to get like a food truck or some sort of other business to sell the snacks, that's fine. It's much easier. I don't want you guys to sell anything because it just gets very, keep in mind, we're the government, right? So we can't. So snacks, I mean, what are we thinking of here?
Small bags of fish or something, like not really, just cheap stuff that we can buy in bulk.
Let me ask you something. I mean, why do we have to feed them? I mean, how long are people gonna stay? Let's be honest. They're not gonna stay the full 3 hours. I don't expect them to stay for more
They
than,
probably stay longer. if it's like-
30.
Can you imagine having like food trucks?
well, what happened to them?
What happened to
Yeah.
it?
Whoa. No, but I mean, like, if you guys wanna get a food truck, it doesn't cost us anything up front, because a lot of times they charge you like a base amount if they don't make. Yeah, and it's, in fact, I think you'd be hard pressed to find one that doesn't charge that, because it's an investment, especially on a Saturday. So, I don't know if there's a workaround that. I don't know. Have you been to an event like this where there wasn't any food? Because it's not that far to go walk a few blocks and get lunch or a coffee drink.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, it was just fried like, we just fill coolers and have like cups for water or lemonade or something. So,
I mean, we can hand it out. I gotta make sure it's okay that we hand it out. That's the only thing. I'm trying to think if we've done that. I don't know. All right. What if it was just drinks that we hand out?
yeah,
Is that what you're thinking?
maybe some cents. So it's not even us, like, it's literally all packaged.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't hand out like something we made or lemonade.
Maybe we should add that like specifically for the people who are entering the raffle. So like there's more of like a guarantee you're at least gonna get something back.
So you get a drink if you turn in your passport? Is that what we're thinking? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, just like, cause when I think about a raffle, I think like it's nice and all, but there's, also the chance that you don't win anything.
Yes.
So I was thinking this, like, hey, you might win a raffle, but also this,
And this being,
like. Some of the food options we were discussing, maybe just a drink and a cooler.
okay. I mean, what are your thoughts?
Like that.
Okay, let me get back to you on the food.
Yeah, food, we could also be like, if you,
You get an extra snack.
yeah, no, you don't have to pay money for a snack.
For snack.
If you fill out the passport and give it to us, you get the raffle and a free snack. But if you don't fill it out, you have to pay. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's the thing. So once you start selling food, it triggers all of these laws. That's why food's very different.
What if someone else sold food?
Well, that's why getting a food truck would be ideal, because they have everything that you would need.
Honestly, I could get towed or something. Like, if I actually like sat down with them and told them, maybe.
Okay, the only thing is this, and I've ran this problem before, or run into this problem before, is when a stationary business tries to sell food outside of the address that they have a health permit for, they're not allowed to do that. That's why a food truck, which is mobile, they can sell anywhere within the county legally.
Could we give them snacks?
What do you mean?
Like packaged snacks, just like.
Well, that's the thing. I'd have to look into that, honestly, because it's one thing if you have a school event, right?
Yeah.
And you have like a dance, right? And you have food there. You all go there. But this is open to the public. So technically anyone can come. And there might be different rules regarding that. To be honest with you, I can't think of a time when I've done that, handing out food just to the general public, it's not like a ticketed event or anything. So let me get back to you on that. Unless someone can come up with a food truck or know someone who has one, I don't think it's going to break. Here's the thing, my personal opinion. I do not think it's going to hurt your event if you don't have food. I don't think it's going to have any. Has anyone ever, when they were younger, did they ever go to Kids Discover Art? It was right here, it was at the same location. Does that sound familiar? You did? Do you remember if there was food there? There wasn't. And it was the same kind of event. There were like 25 canopies and tables, and it was for kids. And there was no food there. If people wanted stuff, you had to go downtown. You went to Fifth Street Coffee, you went to Old City Hall, you went wherever. So it's not unprecedented to not have food at an event. And people still had a good time. In fact, we had hundreds of people there, but that's, it's a different kind of event. All right, what else? Anything else?
What are we thinking about like identifying each vendor? Like, is it just gonna be a table with them holding like some papers, like maybe about the tablecloth idea, maybe we could somehow get like maybe to relate the colors on the logo so that it really pops out when you walk in. You know, you don't really want to see a bunch of white tables and people holding papers. You want to see maybe classic colors, you'll be able to easily recognize something you might be interested in.
I think that kind of goes with the tablecloths. They're like, I think most businesses, like if they're setting up for an event, they have like their own like color scheme, and, like tablecloths are.
But you said something interesting. What if I mean, here's the thing, we haven't grouped the vendors, like, right?
Mhm.
Some of them are focused on hiring people for a job, right?
Mhm.
Some people are focused on providing an internship, some organizations will be focused on volunteers. What if you group them by the opportunity that they provide? So if you're just focused on getting a job, you're just gonna hit up these 5 or 6 tables or. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I got a big question for you. Where do we go from here? So we have one more meeting, and this is gonna be a very long email that I'm gonna send to you guys tomorrow on all the things we talked about. But where do we go from here? Because there's just a lot of stuff, and there's no way that I'm gonna be able to do all this. Okay, Vince is out for a couple weeks. I was just mentioning earlier, they had a child, they had a son.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they've had him yet.
Yeah.
It's happening. So he's gonna be off for the next couple weeks. So I'm gonna need your help because I have so many other things to do. I don't, I'm gonna support you with whatever, but in order to make this successful, all of you are gonna have to participate. All of you are gonna have to be responsive to the emails. You're gonna have to, I mean, honestly, I think if we can meet in small groups, committees or whatever, between now and the next meeting, just to really iron this out. Because I want this to, if we're gonna put in all this work, all this effort, you've been talking about this all year. Let's make it a success, as much as possible. Do it, rather than wonder, if we had done this, if we had done that, maybe it would have been better. Like, I don't want to get to that point. I want to make it as good as possible. Yes, there'll be things that we'll learn from, but let's try to make this event as successful as it can be, which I think it really has a lot of potential. And it can be very valuable. This could lead to jobs. This could lead to valuable internships, could change someone's life, But if no one shows up, it's going to be the longest 3 hours of your life because you're going to be sitting there twiddling your thumbs. So, so that's what I want to do in the last few minutes here. It is 7 o'clock. How do we want to dish out responsibilities? I know that we've talked about the marketing and who's going to be in charge of what, but in terms of next steps, how is this going to look? And our next meeting is not until, let's see, March 11th. So we actually have 2 weeks until the next meeting. So how do you guys want to do this? We've got, we already talked about a lot of the event details is kind of where we're heading. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think that like, we have all these vendors secured now, so we just need to lock that in, so I know, like, we do have our separate committees still. So
Yeah,
like
that's
the
true.
vendor committee could probably just work on drafting that big email with all the information that they need, like a document.
Yes.
So that they're just secured, they know what's happening, and then we don't have to worry about it. And then right now, everyone needs, like, just for everybody, needs to focus on getting the word out. And then we can just like shoot a text to the group chat and say like, a post just went up, please go check it out. And that way everybody's involved, but then also like, while marketing, isn't it us three who are the marketing, so then we can focus on the more specific things like the interviews of businesses, the countdown, like the actual posts. And then I guess the big thing is event details. But that's kind of.
Okay, well, let's, I like this. This is good. Yeah, it makes sense. We already have these committees. Do our 3 new youth commissioners, are you on a committee?
No.
No. Okay, so let's go through this and then why don't we just summarize what each committee is gonna be responsible for? Then each of you will select which committee you want to join. Okay? All right, so the vendor committee, you just mentioned that you guys need to draft an email to vendors, participating vendors, right? Okay, what else? Do you want to do the vendor map? Like decide where they're gonna go?
Maybe then, yeah, the vendor could stick that on, cause like, yeah, so maybe outline and you guys could just work on the group thing.
Okay, so vendor map, email to the vendors. You'll also be the contact for the vendors when they come here, right? You'll show them what table to go to and ask if they need anything, things like that.
You can also make it so
We can get them food.
it's,
Yeah,
they, reserve their table, like, they can select it online, which, is that a thing?
I'm gonna look at the vendor committee if they wanna do that. I mean, that can't hurt, you know?
And it's not very like organized because we have to like accommodate to like.
Yeah. What if two vendors want the same
Yeah.
one?
First come, first served.
Okay, that's, yeah. Okay, okay, so the vendor committee is gonna draft an email and they'll come up with the vendor map. Okay, that sounds good. If there's anything else, then we'll add it to the agenda. Okay, the next committee is the marketing committee. So, they would be in charge of the whole social media campaigns, making sure the marketing is actually happening, following up with commissioners. Does that sound, is there anything else that you want to add to that?
I don't know, we can talk about what we wanna post on social media, just as our, committee. Then like, I sent you the, with the updated flyer, so.
Oh, yeah,
At least for everybody with marketing, that could be handed out tonight. And then that's just like the first step is putting that up, and then I can also, or like maybe if you send it out, when you send like the task list to everybody, you could just say like, here's the visual copy, so people can post it in their stories or share it with whoever they want to.
okay, and then the last committee is sorry. Event Details Committee. So this is the committee that is in charge of, well, let's see, I'll just tell you what they were responsible for. Food, music, decorations, balloon arches, flowers, raffles, the passport system, things like that. So basically kind of tightening everything up for the day of. So when this happens, everything is ready to go. Okay, so who's currently on the vendor committee? Oh, okay, let me just write this down. Slade and Jake. Okay, who's currently on the marketing committee? Okay. Slade, Jamie. And then who's on event details? You're really on all 3?
I'm on vendors.
Oh,
I've
but,
just been talking about like the stuff with the vendors, but
okay,
I'm part of event details, and then there's the, like.
Yeah, I know Sophie and Alfred are, and I guess Maya, they're probably all on it. Okay, all right, so Baru, is there a committee you would like to join?
I think I'll join the vendor committee.
The vendor committee, okay. Okay, marketing, I'm sorry, Donna,
Yeah, I can do marketing.
okay. Emily,
I can do the event.
event details, okay. All right, and that's with Alfred, Sophie, and Maya. Okay. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do is at the end of the meeting, I will check in with each group and we'll figure out a day and time to meet. Okay, sometime in the next 2 weeks, so we can really make sure that we're ready to go. So by the next meeting, which is your final meeting before the actual event, we have almost everything locked in place. Like it's happening. The marketing campaign's happening, things are moving forward, things are going in the right direction. All right, is there anything else that anyone wants to add to the discussion before we move on? We only have one more thing to talk about. Okay. I guess not.
Moving on to agenda items for next meeting, do you have any thoughts?
Opportunity Teen Fair, that's probably it. Yeah.
And then moving on to staff and commissioner comments.
Yes, okay, so I have one. So the youth conference that I don't know, 7 or 8 of you have decided to participate in, which is great. Here's the thing. Because we are going to be driving you all the way up to Burlingame, which is more than an hour away, we need you to basically fill out a permission slip. Actually, we need your parents to do that. Okay, so I sent you a link. I'll send it again. And it's an online form. Your parents need to fill it out. It will take them probably less than 5 minutes. Okay, it's very simple, but we need to make sure that it's okay for us to take you to Burlingame. All right. So, but here's the thing, I need to know, I need everyone to do this like this week. So, because I haven't bought the tickets yet and I want to buy them so we can get going. Does that sound good? Okay, so I'll resend out the link tomorrow. And if you can do that within the next day or two, your parents just have to probably create an account if they don't already have one. And then they just need to fill out the forms. It's just checking a few boxes, signature, and that's it. That's it. It'll take them less than 5 minutes. Does that sound good? Okay. Otherwise, you can't go because we have to have it. All right. That's it.
I adjourn this meeting on Monday, February 26th, 2024 at 7:12 p.m.
Oh, I figured.
Oh, yeah. Are you?